Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to Jim Croce, I'll Have to Say I Love You in a Song. We haven't done Jim Croce in a long while, so welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, and we react to music. I've been wanting to do more Jim Croce for a while, and here we are. So I got the lyrics pulled up here, and here's the audio. Nothing else to say. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if you enjoy these types of videos. And let's see if we can, let's see how this goes. Jim Croce is such a talented artist, like as a singer and songwriter, and I feel like, I don't know. I wish he had been able to keep on creating, you know? And it's very sad that he passed away so young. Alright, anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Like, listen to that. It's so pretty and beautiful. Ooh, that was cool.
Well, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've gotta say can't wait. I know you'd understand. 'Cause every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda strange.
Oh, love the drums coming in there.
Every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand. 'Cause every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song.
Turn it up. Gently.
Every time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song.
Alright, it's so pretty. Yeah, the song's beautiful. So yeah, he's just very infatuated with someone, and so the song is about how, like, tongue-tied you can get around someone that you like. And since he's best at, it's kind of a study in how different people communicate in different ways. So this is the love song he wrote for, wow. I feel like this is probably a good song to learn to play on the guitar, to be totally honest. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song.
Love the strings back there too. I love how considerate he is. Like, he's like, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something I just gotta say. I know you'd understand. Just a beautiful song. Lyrically, it was a little less, there was a little bit less going on than there has been in, like, Operator, That's Not the Way It Feels, but still, beautiful song. Let's see what we've got here. The world lost a true artist, a wonderful storyteller, and a heartfelt writer. Rest in peace, Jim. You are missed. Okay, this person wrote... Oh, wow. Okay. To be honest, I never really believed in love stories. I always thought it was a vocabulary full of illusions, which would always be subject to great disappointment. Until a beautiful day, I found my happiness in a magical way. That rhymed. It was early spring. We were both walking down the same street, coming back after a long day at work, me going to a university and she for high school. We cross our paths and our eyes. I'm sorry. We cross our paths and our eyes. Okay. I felt something very strong, bigger than myself. A few meters ahead, I went back and talked to her, and I was sure she had felt the same. Pure magic of destiny. We dated, got married, had children. The children got married, and we are together after more than 30 years. Our feelings were correct. The connection of looks was true love, strong enough to last a lifetime. I would make the same choice thousands of times in thousands of other lives. True love is a great and wonderful miracle. Okay, so first, I just want to make sure that, for all the people like me who thought something a little bit different, the children did not get married to each other. This person is implying that the children grew up and got married to, different people. It's not exactly how, it was written. Aside from that, I'm being a jerk, sorry. That's actually really pretty. Yeah, It's awesome that someone can have that happen to them. I love it. All right. I'm just 21 years old, but I love this song and so many folk songs because my mom also listens to folk songs and plays so many at home. I saw Jim Croce in person before his death in year 1973. Loved Jim's music and his songs and his talented voice. I know you'd understand, so I have to say I love you in the song. So beautiful. All right. This song charted number 9 in the U.S. It's off the album I Got a Name. Jim Croce died in a plane crash on September 29th, 1973. This hit number 9 on the charts after his death in 1974. Croce's wife, Ingrid, has an autobiographical cookbook, Time in a Bottle, in which she writes interesting anecdotes about Jim. Here's what she wrote about this. One weekend after being on the road for many months, Jim got a chance to come home to relax with his family. We settled in to enjoy our time alone together. Although Jim was expecting company the next day, avoiding confrontation, he never told me that we were going to be joined by an entire film crew. The next morning, 15 people from Acworth Productions had descended upon our house to record a promotional film of Jim Croce at home on the farm. I prepared breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole film crew, and after the group left, I questioned Jim about our finances. After about a year and a half of his working so very hard on the road, we were barely making ends meet, but Jim wouldn't talk about it. He hated questions as much as he hated confrontation, especially about money. He stormed out of our bedroom and went down to the kitchen table to brood. The next morning, he woke me gently by singing his new song. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong, so I'll have to say I love you in a song. So that's how he communicated with her. That's very interesting. Because what's interesting about that is that his first reaction, in my opinion, was an incorrect one. So she tried to ask him, you've been working hard on the road and we're barely making ends meet. He won't even, I personally think that communication is very important, especially in a, relationship like that one, in most relationships, really. So, you can't always avoid confrontation, but he fixed the situation, And it's so perfect because like that's the scene that the song perfectly captures. He's like, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, you know? Like it works perfectly. I love it. All right, that is Jim Croce. I'll have to say I love you in a song. Thank you for joining me. Also, there was one more song fact. Let me look at that. Terry Cashman and Tommy West were Croce's producers. They did their best to replicate the sound of Croce's live performances on the records. In our interview with Terry Cashman, he told us we would set Jim up in a booth and he would play guitar and sing. Then we'd have Maury. I apologize if I cannot pronounce this man's last name. Let me blow it up so that you guys can at least see what I'm looking at here. Oh, I didn't know that. Whoops. Maury Mousseline? Moulison? Okay, whatever. Maury baffled off in a kind of booth of his own in the studio. The most we would use on a track would be bass, drums, and maybe a keyboard. We would record Jim's vocal live. All the vocals, except for I Got a Name, are live vocals done with the band. So they have a certain sound to them that is unusual because of that. Most people, especially today, wouldn't do a live record at all because of computers. But in the late 60s and early 70s, when we did those records, people would do tracks without a vocal, then add the vocal later. But we thought it was very important to capture the live feeling because Jim sang with the guitar and Maury played with him as Jim sang. So if you hear them live, they sound a lot like the record, even though it's only two instruments and just Jim singing, because of the similarity between the way it sounded live and the way we recorded them. All right. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. Stay tuned for more. Let me know what else by Jim Croce you'd like me to check out, or any artist. And yeah, we are Legion, my friends. Deathstroke 9, out.